Another young Pennsylvania kid, Nick O'Neal, takes the mat for North Carolina at 149.
Nick O'Neal's a tough, gritty wrestler. Likes to throw legs on top. He's good on his feet. Good, solid fundamentals all around. I think O'Neal went in for an assassin attempt, left his legs open.
And Bonacore on his back.
Just a mat return, and Pembroke gets the early takedown.
Avery Bonacore, no slouch. Third-team All-Conference Carolinas last year at 141. He's bumped up a weight class.
Nick O'Neal got a little complacent in the front headlock. He was doing a great job defending and stepped in for what I think was an assassin attempt and, let Bonacore grab his legs.
Bonacore cuts him loose. O'Neal last year had a pretty solid debut. Won the Southeast Open, the 141-pound weight class, 3 wins there. And also had 3 falls at the Soldier Salute.
It was a good slide-by attempt by O'Neal. And a misdirection single by Bonacore. He looked for him to finish quick, secure one of these legs. It's good defense by O'Neal, keeping his ankles away, keeping his ankles high, and we'll get a stalemate position there. You'd like to see Bonacore immediately try to go 2 hands on one leg and secure an ankle and sit him down to his hip in a crackdown position.
Can't imagine the blood rushing to Nick O'Neal's head. It's a tough spot to play defense from.
Yeah, I mean, some guys are pretty good there, and they got some tricks. I don't know if that's O'Neal's game plan to get put there, but some guys definitely feel very comfortable from their back. If you've seen Jason Nolf and some of the tricks that he can do.
Mat number 2 at 184 pounds, Ford Davidson, Cody Kirk.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bonacore keep attacking for the whole 7 minutes. He already scored from underneath the front headlock, so they shouldn't be scared of getting caught in the front headlock like he is now. He already scored once, so you'd like to see his attack rate stay high this match.
You said O'Neal got complacent in that first front headlock. What does he do differently here?
I think you got to keep pressure on. You got to keep his head down and try to get him to the mat. It kind of looked like a stalemate position, and you let off that pressure, and he's able to penetrate into your legs, and that time was a good job of staying heavy the whole time. It looks like we'll end this period 3-1 with Pembroke on top.
Avery Bonacore with the early takedown. And neutral to start the second period.
I mentioned in the first period, Nick O'Neal was pretty good at legs on top. Bonacore didn't want to go in that position and elected to go neutral. We got a little scramble here. O'Neal trying to collect both legs. Bonacore switched to a crackdown position. He wants to get his pressure on Nick O'Neal's over his head. And this looks like a pretty good position for Bonacore if he can get his hip out.
All of O'Neal's weight on Bonacore's right leg at the moment. Stalemate brings him back up.
Now, Nick O'Neal on neutral loves a slide-by attempt. He showed it once in the first period. It was very close to a takedown. Bonacore did a good job of defending that. I'd like to see if Nick can set that trap up one more time. And starts with that collar tie. Underhook throw by attempt. Bonacore looks pretty comfortable in these overhook positions.
And Bonacore, who last year had a 15-9 record, a 22-8 mark as a freshman, has been the aggressor so far.
Dropping down to a seatbelt position. This looks good for O'Neal. He's got the leg in. That'll be 3.
4-3 O'Neal.
Oh, a good roll-through attempt. This will lead to just to an escape. But now we're tied it up all 4-4. Looks like Pembroke might be challenging this takedown, or at least having some questions about it.
O.T. Johnson made his way over to the official. No brick, so maybe it was a timing issue. Either way, all square at 4-4. O'Neal has 26 seconds of riding time.
There's that slide-by attempt. Transitioning straight into a scramble. Good job to keep wrestling by Bonacore.
Sit down, and then maybe 2 hours later, you're wrestling again, and you don't have much time to pick your head up.
Yeah, and it might not be the level of competition that you'd see at the NCAA tournament, but you know, not too often, and throughout the season, you get to wrestle multiple matches in a day, and so that'll give them that feel of wrestling, recovering, and then wrestling again. And that's super important to feel at least once or twice heading into postseason competition.
That's what we heard from Tony, a lot about the feel of getting up early, getting prepared for a full day of competition.
Yeah, and so much of that is just managing your weight cut, managing your food intake, and just trying to feel your best. So, you know, even though that this competition might not be the level that you'd expect at the NCAA tournament, you want to do your best and the preparation to really feel your best, because when it is that competition, at least you've been through it once or twice, and you know what it takes to feel your best at wrestling multiple times in a day. An exciting first 20 seconds in this period.
Score on the arena clock is 8-4.
And they just gave him another takedown, so I'm not sure if they removed one of the earlier takedowns in the last period.
I certainly wasn't a math major, but my quick deductions would lead me to believe that, yes, they took away O'Neal's second period takedown.
A Merkel attempt by O'Neal. Good scrambling by Bonacore. That's a reversal. Now it's a 2-point match. That's the fine line. You're going for a bonus point, you're going for big moves. There's a risk involved with that. So good job by Bonacore. It's either going to need a takedown or a turn to level this match. And it looks like he's going to elect to try to go to get a takedown. O'Neal said no. I'd rather stay on bottom.
Riding time not a factor late in the third.
You know, we saw Bonacore going for a cut. O'Neal just won't let him. He's backing on the legs.
O'Neal with a bit more leg drive could put Bonacore on his back.
Looking to step over the legs. Looks secure at a Turk attempt here. He's got the reversal. Might be able to turn this into back points.
O'Neal fully dug in with under 10 seconds to go.
It's a good win for O'Neal.
Solid, scrappy wrestling from Nick O'Neal.
It's a nice showing from Bonacore as well. He wrestled through all the positions and wrestled hard for the full 7 minutes.
Bonacore certainly showed off an ability to scramble and put O'Neal in a couple tricky spots.